Hi, I'm Megan and welcome to my kitchen. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you what meals we had this past week. Our dinners were easy, budget-friendly, and delicious. Before we get into the meals though, I'd like to thank all of you as my channel hit 2,000 subscribers this week. I am so incredibly grateful. As a small way of saying thank you, I'll be doing a giveaway of a few of my favorite kitchen gadgets. To participate in the giveaway, you must be subscribed to my channel, you must live in the United States, and you will need to leave a comment down below on this video. The giveaway will be open until Friday, June 11th at 11:59 p.m. Central. I will then randomly select a winner and I'll announce that winner in my next What's for Dinner video, which will be on Sunday, June 13th. So be sure to come back to my channel on the 13th to see if you've won. Good luck, and again, thank you so much. Okay, let's get into this week's video. Dinner this first night was really quick and easy. We were driving back from our little mini vacation this day, and with unpacking and everything, I just wanted something super quick for dinner, so here's what I made. This all just came out of the freezer. I have some of this Trader Joe's Mandarin orange chicken. If you've never tried this before, I highly recommend it. It's delicious. Then I have some of this vegetable fried rice, also from Trader Joe's. And then I have these P.F. Chang's chicken egg rolls. I've never tried these before, but I picked them up at Publix the other day, so I'm going to give them a try. I'm going to start out by cooking the chicken first. I like to air fry this at 330 degrees for about 9 to 11 minutes or until it's nice and crispy, but you can just follow the package instructions on the back. I'm also going to use my air fryer to cook up those little mini egg rolls. I cooked these on, I think it was 400 degrees for about 10 minutes until they were nice and crispy, but again, you can just follow the instructions on the back of the package. While the egg rolls were cooking, I microwaved the fried rice according to the package instructions. There's also instructions on how to pan fry it. In this large bowl, I've added in the sauce from the orange chicken, and I've microwaved that for about 2 minutes. I'm going to add in my chicken that I, again, cooked in the air fryer, and then I'm going to toss the chicken in the sauce, and that's it. That'll be done. And here is everything finished. So we have the orange chicken, the little mini egg rolls, and then the fried rice. Now, I'm really picky about my frozen egg rolls. Until today, I haven't tried one that I've actually liked. To me, for some weird reason, frozen egg rolls just have a weird taste, but I actually really enjoyed these little mini egg rolls, so I suggest you give these a try. And then here are the finished plates. So we have the chicken, the rice, the egg rolls, and then on top of the rice, I just added some of this yum yum sauce. And then to dip our egg rolls, we have this sweet chili sauce, again from Trader Joe's. This was a super quick and easy dinner, but it was delicious. This next day was Memorial Day, and earlier in the day, we'd run up to Kroger, and my husband ran in real quick to pick something up, and as he was coming out, they were grilling ribs, and he was like, oh my gosh, those smell so good. Can we go back in and grab one? And I was like, yeah, that's fine, because I needed to marinate some chicken, and I hadn't done that yet, and I knew I wouldn't have time, so he ran in and got us some of these ribs. Here they are. We just warmed these up in the oven. I wrapped them up in foil and cooked them on about 225 degrees for about an hour just to warm them up, and these ribs were so good. For a side dish for dinner this night, I was going to make a watermelon feta salad, which I was really excited about because I've been craving it and it's so good. But when I went to cut into the watermelon that I had just got a couple days previously from Walmart grocery pickup, or actually no, I got it the day before. When I cut into the watermelon, it was totally yucky inside. It was like rotten. So I had to throw that away, and I went to my pantry to see what I had on hand that I could put together for a side dish, and I saw this Suddenly Salad pasta kit. I got this at the Dollar Tree. You can get it at a regular grocery store, but at the Dollar Tree, it's a smaller package, which is the perfect size for just my husband and I. So I cooked the noodles up according to the package instructions. I drained those, and then instead of using the mayonnaise and the seasoning packet that the box calls for, I just added some ranch dressing, bacon bits, some cheddar cheese that I cubed up, and some sliced cherry tomatoes. I tossed that together and then placed that into the refrigerator while the ribs were finishing cooking. And for the second side, I'm going to make some corn on the cob. In this pot here, I just have some water. I added a few tablespoons of butter, a little salt, a little bit of sugar. I'm going to bring that to a boil. Once it's at a boil, I added my corn cobs and boiled those for about 9 or 10 minutes covered. And then that was it. And here's the finished corn on the cob. Here are the finished ribs. We did serve some extra barbecue sauce on the side. And like I said earlier, these were delicious. They were so good. And then we have the pasta salad. So this was our dinner this night. It was delicious, and I can't wait to have those ribs again. And here are the finished plates. If you are in the United States, I hope you and your family had a really nice Memorial Day. For dinner this next night, I tried a new recipe from Plain Chicken for a taco ranch chicken. This was really good. I can't wait to make this again. So I'm going to start out by making the marinade for the chicken. In this small bowl, I'm going to add in the oil, and I did add a little bit less oil than what the recipe called for, but I didn't feel like it affected the taste or anything. Then I'm going to add in the ranch dressing. I'm using some of this Hidden Valley Greek just because I have a little bit on hand and I wanted to use it up. I didn't have quite as much as what the recipe called for, so I just topped it off with some of this Bolthouse ranch. We really like this Bolthouse ranch. If you've never tried it, it's really good. Then I'm going to add in my taco seasoning. Then the lime juice. You can use fresh if you have it on hand. I didn't have any, so I'm just going to use this stuff in the bottle. Then I'm going to add in the white vinegar, and then I will stir that together really well until it's combined. I'm going to set that aside for a moment and then take my chicken. You can use whatever kind of chicken you like, chicken breasts, chicken tenders. You could also, this would be good with like drumsticks or thighs. Today I'm just using some chicken cutlets. I'm going to place those into a Ziploc bag, add in the marinade, and then I'm going to just kind of shake that and rub that around a little bit until the chicken is tossed in that marinade, and then I'm going to pop this into the refrigerator. You could do this for just 30 minutes or an hour if that's all you have, but I marinated this overnight. For the side dish tonight, I'm going to make a roasted corn brown rice salad. This is so good. I used to make this all the time, and I haven't made it in a while, and I don't know why. Now, the recipe says to take corn on the cob and grill it yourself, but just to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to use some of this roasted corn that I got at Trader Joe's. I placed some of that corn in a bowl and microwaved it for just a couple minutes until it was nice and heated up. In this small bowl, I'm going to make the dressing for the salad, so I'm going to add in the oil, the lime juice, salt and pepper, and then the recipe calls for fresh garlic. I didn't feel like chopping any up, so I just used some garlic powder, and I'm going to whisk that together. Now, I'll include the recipe for this in the description box below. It's a recipe from Jamie Dean. If you're not familiar with him, he's Paula Dean's son. He used to have a show on, I believe it was the Food Network. It was for a season or two, and this is one of his recipes. Now, you see me taste the marinade, and I've said this before on my channel, but I'll say it again. Make sure you always taste your food. You can season as you go. In this large mixing bowl, I have some brown rice that I've cooked and cooled. I just cooked this in my rice cooker. I'm going to add in some drained black beans, some of the roasted corn, some chopped up cilantro, and if you don't like cilantro, you can leave it out. And then I have some cherry tomatoes that I've sliced up and some chopped up green onions. So I'm going to add that, stir it together. Next, I'm going to add in the dressing and stir that until it's well combined. And then you'll see me taste it again in just a moment. Again, taste and season as you go. I felt like it needed a little bit more salt and garlic powder and lime juice, so I add that. Stir that until it's well combined, and then that's it. That's done. Now, you can pop this into your refrigerator and serve it chilled if you would like, but it's also really delicious just as it is at room temperature. To cook the chicken, I'm going to use my Cuisinart griddler. I've mentioned this before on my channel, but I love this. You can grill things on it. It makes a great panini press. The plates are reversible, so you can flip it over and the other side is flat, so it makes a great griddle. You can do pancakes or French toast, all kinds of things, and it also opens up to where it's completely flat, so I love this. I'm just going to cook the chicken for a few minutes until it reaches 165 degrees internal temperature. You could grill this on an outdoor grill. You could bake this or just saute this up in a pan. And here's the finished chicken and the brown rice salad. Now, I only made one side dish tonight because between the brown rice and then the protein from the chicken and the black beans, this is a really filling meal, but it's super yummy. Here are the finished plates. So again, we just have the salad and some of the chicken. That chicken was really, really good. I can't wait to make that again. That would be really delicious in quesadillas. And then like I mentioned earlier, I haven't made this brown rice salad in a while, but I need to make it more often because it's really yummy. For dinner the next night, we had Chili's. My little brother was spending the night with us, and I told him that we could go wherever he wanted to go for dinner, and he chose Chili's. So for his meal, he chose the kids' cheese pizza and then pineapple for his side dish. My husband did the triple dipper. He got their Big Mouth bites, their Southwestern egg rolls, and then boneless buffalo wings. And then for me, I've been wanting sliders and fries, so I got their Big Mouth bites, and then I was totally bad with my side dish, and I got their loaded fries. They had cheese and bacon and green onions. This was so good, but it was a lot of food. I could only eat 2 of the Big Mouth bites and not even half the fries. My husband ate the other half of my fries, and then I had the other 2 Big Mouth bites for lunch the next day. This was a really yummy dinner. Tonight for dinner, I tried a new recipe for homemade hamburger helper. This recipe is from Drizzle Me Skinny. I'll include it in the description box below. I've not had hamburger helper in years and years and years. When I was a kid, we used to have it with just plain white bread with butter on it. And again, I haven't had it in forever. Over on Instagram, about a month or so ago, Kristen from My Food Diary 3, I'll include her Instagram down in the description box below. She doesn't have a YouTube channel. I'm hoping she starts one soon because all of the food that she posts is delicious and looks delicious, but I'll include her Instagram below. Be sure to follow her. She's awesome. You'll love her food. But anyway, about a month or so ago, she posted a homemade hamburger helper and buttered white bread, and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't had that in forever. And so when I saw Drizzle Me Skinny's recipe for this, I thought I would give it a try. It was really good, and it was a super quick and easy dinner to put together. Let me show you how I made it. To get started, I have this large skillet over about medium heat. I'm going to add in my ground beef. You can use whatever fat content of ground beef you'd like. You could also use ground turkey. I'm using lean ground beef because one, we prefer it, and two, that way I don't have to drain anything. I'm going to season the ground beef with some salt and pepper, and then I'm going to use this meat chopper and chop up that meat, and then I'm just going to allow it to cook until it is nice and brown and cooked all the way through. At this point, if you do need to drain off some of the fat, do that now. Then I'm going to add in my tomato paste and my seasoning. So I'm going to add in the thyme, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and then a little bit more salt and pepper. I'm then going to add in the cornstarch and stir that around until everything is combined really well and most of the cornstarch has disappeared. Next, I'm going to add in the beef broth. Here, I'm just using some water and beef bouillon cubes because that's what I have on hand. Then I'm going to add the milk and again, stir that together. And then I'm going to add in the pasta. You could use elbow noodles. You could also, you could really use any kind of pasta that you want. I'm using little small shells. So I'm going to stir that in and bring that to a boil. I'm then going to cover that with a lid, reduce the heat, and allow that to simmer for about 9 to 12 minutes or until the pasta is cooked all the way through. You do want to stir this every few moments, and you may need to add a little bit more liquid. I did have to add about another half a cup, but I also used a little bit more pasta than what the recipe calls for, so that might be why I had to add a little bit more liquid. Once the pasta is cooked to my liking, I'm going to remove the lid and add in the shredded cheddar cheese, stir that around, and then cover it with a lid again. You'll want to turn the heat off at this point and just allow this to sit for a couple minutes until that cheese is nice and melted. Here's what it looks like. Make sure you give this a taste and adjust the seasonings as needed. Like I said, this was really easy to put together. It took maybe 20 minutes and it was delicious. So we served this along with some frozen peas. I just added a little bit of butter and some salt and pepper and warmed these up in the microwave. And then again, we have that white bread with just a little bit of butter on it, and that was our dinner this night. For the last dinner in this week's video, I made pulled pork pizza with a homemade pizza crust. This is part of a separate video that I filmed. It will be coming out in a couple of days, so make sure you keep an eye out to see how I made this. It was really easy and super delicious. I recommend you give this a try. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button below and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And don't forget the giveaway. If you would like to participate, be sure to check the description box below. I'll have the details there. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.